The sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
There he is, our own little bulldoggy. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. The sports page brought to you by Hard Rock Hotel, Daytona Beach, the perfect weekend beach getaway. Not even an hour's drive from downtown Orlando. To make hotel reservations, go to hardrockhotels.com/Daytona Beach.
Might be a great weekend to do that, right? I mean, the weather's warm and it's before Christmas. Oh.
Absolutely.
Hey, that was an interesting Thursday night football game to kick off the NFL schedule this week.
Oh, my God. What a game that was. Matthew Stafford throws for almost 500 yards in a losing cause. The Seattle Seahawks come from 16 down in the fourth quarter. They end up beating the Rams last night 38-37. The Seahawks, the Rams score in overtime. The Seahawks match their score and then go for two instead of kicking to tie it, and they get the 2-point conversion. Sam Darnold completes the pass for the 2-point conversion, walk off, and Seahawks win the game. There was a controversial 2-point conversion earlier in the fourth quarter.
Let me play it for anybody who didn't catch it live last night. This is kind of how that went down.
3 receivers to the left. Quick throw here and into a lot of traffic and incomplete. Terry, what do you see on this play here?
Al, this may be a backward pass. We need to get a good angle on it. But if it's backward, then this recovery in the clear and continuing action in the end zone would be a good 2-point conversion for Seattle.
After reviewing the play, the quarterback threw a backward pass, which was recovered in the end zone by the offense. It is a successful conversion.
That is the craziest ever.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Wow.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. He throws the pass. He was trying to hit running back Zach Charbonnet. He throws the pass, and it was going backwards when it was deflected, and everybody just sort of standing around after the deflected incomplete pass, and then Charbonnet just casually picks up the ball in the end zone, and because he picked it up, boom, that's the recovery, and they get the 2-point conversion.
That's like one of the first times they were saying, the announcers were saying last night that that's happened like that. Just insane.
It was incredible. Unfortunately for the Magic last night, it didn't come down to any last seconds because the Denver Nuggets handled them last night, 126-115. Nikola Jokic, another triple-double. In fact, he moved past Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most assists by a center in NBA history. I think he had 13 assists last night. So Nuggets end up winning that game. The Magic. I mean, here's who was out for the Magic last night, all right? The Franz, obviously. Franz Wagner. Jalen Suggs was out. Tristan Da Silva was out. Jonathan Isaac was out. I'm looking at their injuries. Hip bruise, shoulder bruise, another hip bruise, and then Franz's high ankle sprain. I don't think players used to sit out with hip bruises.
Hey, can we call in if we ever have a bruise? Just sick. I can't come in. I have a bruise.
I'm good with it.
Yeah. Brett, yeah. I think players sometimes sit with bruised egos. Sometimes, if I'm not mistaken.
Lightning lose as well last night to the Kings at home. That was not good.
Yeah. Before we get into any more football, sad story in NASCAR yesterday. Greg Biffle, one of the great NASCAR drivers. He was on the list for the Hall of Fame. He passed away yesterday, as well as his wife and 2 kids in a private plane crash up in North Carolina. It's a shame because this guy wasn't just a great driver. He was also a philanthropist. He was a helicopter pilot who did a lot last year in helping Hurricane Helene victims who were stranded up in the mountains.
Flying in all those supply missions. It was incredible. And the irony of how this all, ends.
It sucks.
Horrible.
Yeah. So rest in peace, Biff, and your family. So, where do we go from here? College football playoffs this weekend. You guys having Daniels on to talk about these?
Yeah, Mark will be in. We'll huddle up with him to wrap up the show this morning, get his thoughts. It all begins tonight with the Oklahoma-Alabama game.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to the playoffs. I mean, obviously, I'm biased. I think the Miami-Texas A&M game is the game of the weekend. I think the Canes can win that game. I'm also looking forward to Tulane and Ole Miss. Ole Miss, obviously, without Lane Kiffin. Tulane being coached by new Gator coach John Summerall. Mark my words, Tulane's a 17.5-point underdog. Mark my words. I'm not saying Tulane's going to win this game, but this will be a battle for Ole Miss.
Make it interesting.
You can use this for your Sentinel piece if you'd like. What we've renamed this bowl, I just thought of it now, but Tulane and No Lane. That's friggin' good.
That is good.
You can use it. You got to just give Taco Bob credit.
Poet and didn't know it, man. First the Franz and now this. This is incredible. The number one Magic fan at it again.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So also James Madison will be playing Oregon. Why is that the primetime game on Saturday night? Do we know?
Because it's up against NFL games.
Yeah, that must be what it is.
Yeah.
True.
Because the Chicago-Detroit game is going to be, Chicago-Green Bay. That game is going to just dwarf any college football playoff game this weekend as far as TV ratings.
Hey, we have tickets to give away to the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Michigan and Texas. We'll clear off the phone lines when the dog gets done. If you want to call and we randomly pick you up, we'll get you hooked up. What's the phone number, Taco?
That'd be 407-916-1011.
All right, anything else you want to hit here this morning,
Well,
doggy?
we got other NFL games this weekend. My Jaguars are playing the Denver Broncos. I think that's the game of the week in the NFL. Jaguars, of course, first place in their division. Broncos have won 10 in a row, so huge game. Tampa Bay plays a huge game against Carolina. Both those teams atop the bad NFC South, so that's for the division lead. And then, of course, your Dolphins. The Quinn Ewers era begins in Miami against the Bungles.
I'm worried about that Jags game. I'm sorry, but
you should be worried. I mean, Denver's a good team. They're playing in Denver, so
I suspect there's going to be some empty seats in South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium on Sunday.
What, you don't think people are going to crowd into the stadium to watch Quinn Ewers' debut?
Just kind of speculating here.
Tickets $16.95.
Right.
But the game of the weekend, I know you've called college game of the week and pro game, but we got to remember the true game of the weekend is Tulane versus No Lane. I'm making that stick, Pat, so I can get my name in the Sentinel again.
He is Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, host of Game On with Brandon Kravitz weekday afternoons on FM 96.9 The Game. Call us if you want those Cheez-It Citrus Bowl tickets now.
By the way, happy birthday and happy holidays to you guys. We won't be in next week, or I won't be in next week. So a happy birthday to the great Maurice White of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Let's groove, baby.
Oh, goodbye, Bulldog.
More every hour.
Listen to JRR on the iHeartRadio app.